absolutely love it when friends pop into the kitchen to give me a hand, especially when they bring dumplings. I'm joined by Lucy Chen from Mr Chen's Dumplings. Lucy, you must be everyone's favourite turning up with dumplings all the time.
I think, unfortunately, it's an expectation whenever I get invited to anyone's house nowadays.
It's not part of the invitation. I do genuinely want you to give me a hand, but the dumplings are a bit of a bonus. Lucy, we are going to cook a recipe with your beautiful dumplings. I thought I'd keep it super simple and quite classic. We're going to do prawn and chive wonton noodle soup. So I'm going to put you to work in the kitchen with me. So do you want to pop our pan on to heat? We'll get some extra virgin olive oil heating up in there.
Yep.
And I've got some aromatics just to go into, like, this is the base of our soup. So I'm starting off with some ginger. I think it's a good place to start. Prawn chive wontons with ginger. So I'm just gonna finely slice this up. So Lucy, you've got loads of dumplings in your range. What's your favourite? I mean, I've chosen the wontons because I think they work well in a soup, but what's your favourite? What's your go-to?
I think the classic pork and chive is my favourite, just because you can't really go past it, a good pork dumpling.
Yeah.
You know, when you do it in a pan and it's nice and crispy.
Yeah. So, ginger,
Yep.
roughly julienne, can go in. I've also got some garlic. Can't have an Asian recipe without some garlic. And I'll just roughly slice these up. Now, obviously, your dad, it's your dad's company, isn't it? Mr Chen is your dad.
Yes, he's my dad. He's the famous Mr Chen.
Yeah. But you obviously do more things than dumplings.
Yeah, so we do a range of Asian food. So dumplings is the main thing that we do, and then on top of that we do noodles and sauces, and you know you can't really have dumplings without having the sauce, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So how long has it been going for?
Well, we're having our 40th birthday this year, so
Oh,
40 years.
Happy birthday, happy 40th.
Yeah, thank you.
So your dad kick-started the company?
Yep.
And was it a choice? Did you have to work for Dad, or...?
No, so Mum and Dad worked a lot when we were growing up, and so we spent, you know, Saturdays, Sundays there, school holidays, helping pack boxes. I know how to drive a forklift, illegally at the time, but, you know.
How old were you on the forklift, Lucy?
I think when I was about 16, I started helping with them on the forklift.
Oh, right,
so...
that is wild. I like that. So are all of the dumplings Dad's recipes?
Yeah, so Dad and Mum's recipe. In fact, Mum's on the cover of this.
This is Mum?
Yeah, so when we put together the branding, they asked, can you have a photo of Mum and Dad? We'll just use it as a reference.
They left Dad out.
They actually put it on.
Your dad's on some of the other packets.
He's on a different pack. Yeah.
I love that. I guess you know you've made it when your picture's on dumpling packet. So, Lucy, I'm going to put the white part of the shallots in with the other aromatics, and I'll save the kind of softer green parts for the top. I'll get you to pop in now that everything's kind of fried off. We've got just some stock here. Pop the stock in. So I guess for me, this soup's all about, you know, quick, convenient, and still kind of having that restaurant quality edge. And I guess that's the whole point of your dumplings, they're Dad's authentic recipes. He's just taken a lot of the hard work out of people wanting, you know, delicious meals on the table really fast.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. When you're making dumplings, it takes you like 2-3 hours to make enough to eat, and then you eat them within like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So when you can just buy them, it's a lot easier.
It is, and it's easier to eat more of them when they're that fast to make. So, Lucy, we'll just bring that stock up to a bit of a simmer, and then we can go in with our wontons. So what's happening for the 40th birthday for Mr Chen's? Is there a big party?
He also had his 80th birthday today, so he did have a bit of a party with his close family and friends, and there was a bit of karaoke and a bit of drinking and stuff. So
your dad sounds like a very fun man. Yeah. Karaoke at 80 years old. That's inspiring, I think. So you can see, Lucy, we've got a bit of bubbling happening there. Surprise ingredient, a couple of dried shiitakes. They're just going to rehydrate and obviously flavour the stock as well with some richness. We can now go in with the wontons. So we can go from frozen straight to the pan.
Yeah, definitely. You just put them straight into boiling water. I don't need to defrost them or anything. Very easy.
Great, I love that. I guess convenient, quick, on hand, ready to go for like midweek meals.
Yeah, definitely. Or just a quick warm lunch as well.
So how long for the wontons? 6, 7, 8 minutes?
8 minutes, I reckon, and they'll be done. They normally float to the top, so that's when you know they're ready.
Oh, she's got all the tips. They're looking pretty good, the dumplings, Lucy. You said they'll float up when they're nearly ready. So the green parts of the shallot, I'm just going to finely slice. If you want to pop in, you can put any greens in this soup, really. Snow peas, bok choy, choy sum.
I think they'll cook pretty quickly, the greens.
Yeah, you know, the residual heat that's in that broth already, obviously everything kind of keeps cooking. By the time you said you've got kids, by the time you can wrangle them to get down to the table to eat, that kind of residual heat cooks everything. Now, obviously, other than dumplings in your range, you've got noodles, which I'm using in the soup.
Yep.
So these are thin egg noodles and sauces. So is this your influence, these like kind of complementary ingredients?
Well, we're trying to just give it, you know, a broad range of Asian flavours and Asian food and things, you know, we can have with dumplings pretty much.
Yeah, like pantry staples. So with your noodles, I'm just going to pop these into the bottom of the bowl and the residual heat of our broth is just going to kind of revive these.
I always think that a big bowl of soupy noodles, it's real comfort food, isn't it?
Oh, dumplings and soup would have to be top of the list for comfort food for people, I think. So, Lucy, I'm going to get you to do the ladling. Yep. Our little mushrooms that are in here, I'm just going to slice them up.
Sounds good.
But I'll give you our bowls of noodles to ladle into. Go generous. Go big, I reckon. This is for me and you, so. Well, I do feel under a bit of pressure, you know. I've got daughter of dumpling master in here in the kitchen. I feel like the pressure is on a little bit. They are looking good. Two very big, generous bowls.
Yes, hope you're hungry.
Always hungry. I'm going to pop in our poached little shiitake mushrooms in there for a lovely little hit. Beautiful, look at that. Final touch, I love a bit of sesame oil, that lovely kind of smokiness. And I just like finishing with that. I think if you can leave the sesame oil to the end, you really get kind of that lovely smoky aroma. Lucy, I'll let you do the final garnish. I'll let you have it. Our green tops of the spring onions, I think it's always a nice way to finish as well.
Yep.
They look pretty good, Lucy, don't they? I mean, even if I do say so myself, all the hard work was done with your wontons. It has been so lovely having you in. Loved hearing the stories of, you know, your company, and I can really feel how much love and care goes into all of your products, and you can really taste it in the end results. Please invite me to the next party with your dad, because if he's doing karaoke at his 80th, then I want to be part of his 81st. So come again with dumplings, and I'm coming to the next party.